Okay, I'm getting a lot of questions on margin and what does it mean and what are the rates and how much do you get when you start your account, things of that nature. Let's just explore margin, okay? I don't know any more than you know, okay? All I know is that when you have a brokerage account, for example, this is my brokerage account. When you put in $1, you get $4. Okay, that's the beauty of margin. I made another video, which I can link in the description below if you want to see, about the beauty of a brokerage account, all the benefits of a brokerage account versus real estate investing. But let's just talk specifically about margin a little bit. So margin, again, when you put in $1, you get 4. So if you see my account value here, I have 360,000 roughly in value. But look down here, my margin power is 500 and something thousand, 528,000, okay? Why is it not times 4, which is 300, and let's just say an even number, let's say my account is 300,000, not 362,000. 300,000 times 4. I should have 1.2 million. 3 times 4, 1.2 million of buying power. But I am invested. As you can see, I'm invested in all these names. And I have a considerable amount of margin, 230,000. So as you can see, that's taken up a lot of my purchasing power. So this would be 1.2 million, but again, I am invested. I'm using some of the margin, so I have less. But theoretically, for every $1, you get $4. That's the beauty of a brokerage account, the equity. As long as this number doesn't go below 0, then you're not in a margin call. You get 0 margin calls, and you just live life off of these generous margin rates, which 230,000, my rate is about 5%, so it's not hurting me much to keep this much margin on. So let's shop other brokerage houses though, just to see what they're offering. Okay, I know Interactive Brokers offers as rates as low here as you can see is 4.83%. It depends on your account size, of course. Even if the rate is 12, see E-Trade, their rate is 12.7, it says, but mine is 5 because I simply called and negotiated. If you trade a lot and you're very active in your account, they will give you a lower rate. Just simply ask for it. Dan Pena taught me how to do that. Maybe I'll link one of his videos in the description. But Dan Pena, the billionaire with the castle, that guy, I owe a lot to him because he gave me the courage and the know-how to negotiate these rates down. And maybe one day I'll have a video on that, the script I use to negotiate my rates down. I have it in a text somewhere. I've sent a few friends. Maybe I'll just make a video on that. So Interactive Brokers, 5%. And they tell you the rates there. I don't know. You can see for yourself. Okay, how much money do you have? 25,300. This is what you're gonna get. Okay, Interactive Brokers. They do not do the drip program. I heard from a friend with Cornerstone, so you need to look into that. If you want the special drip program in Cornerstone, which we made another video about, which you can see on the channel. They don't do that special drip program, the dividend reinvestment program. So that's one drawback of Interactive Brokers. Just watch out for that. So they're comparing here to TD Ameritrade and Fidelity. We don't have to pull those up because they're already comparing them here on Interactive Brokers site. So let's look at Webull, because Webull, I heard you don't have to have any minimum to get the 4 times. In E-Trade, you have to have 25,000 to get the 4 times purchasing power. And Webull, I think I had a friend who I think had 1,000 in it, and he got 4,000 to play with. So let's look at their margin. I think here we go to pricing for them. Yes, pricing. And so they have 0 commissions, but here they have their annual margin rates from $0 to 25,000, 9%. So they're saying basically from 0, you can have perhaps the 4 times, because it says we provide 4 times and 2 times overnight. That's what I have with the margin account. You must have at least 2,000. Okay, 2,000 to qualify. So there you go. You need 2,000 to qualify for the margin in Webull. So that's Webull. Let's look at Robinhood. Scroll down here to their margin tab. Increase your buying power. Okay, let's click that. Oh, I guess there's nothing to click for Webull. I'm sorry, for Robinhood. I would that's, to me, that's strange, and I would just stay away from Robinhood anyway because of how they burned investors during Corona. So they, by halting, the account so you couldn't make a trade. E-Trade never did that. So I would just stay away from Robinhood anyway. I've heard negative things. I'm not trying to be negative about it. It's just these are the facts, and just presenting the information, just like I'm presenting this other information, like with Interactive Brokers, TD Ameritrade. Let's just verify. Was Interactive Brokers right? They said it was 12%. So I guess 13. So yeah, Interactive Brokers was pretty much correct about TD Ameritrade's rate here. So these are the margin rates, and this is how you get them. You put in $1, like in Webull's case, and you get, you put in $2,000 to be exact, and you get 4 times your buying power. And then from that point on, every dollar you make, you get 4 times. Every dollar you make, you get 4 times. So you can really grow your account quickly through margin if you do it right and do it safely, which I always tell people, stop speculating on the risky things like Bitcoin and all that, and just buy these dividend funds that we're in that pay 20% monthly dividends, which we'll show you quickly before we end this video. So it's $95,000 a year we make in dividends off of all these funds that you see listed here. And they mainly come from Cornerstone, which I'll show you in a second. Monthly dividends, all right? These 26, that's CRF, that's Cornerstone. These are all monthly, okay? 27, okay? So performance and value. We're up 20% for the year versus the NASDAQ up 8 and the S&P up 4. We've grown our account significantly to start the year, 57,000 to start the year, simply because these dividend funds, they don't just pay dividends like everyone thinks and they're boring. They also go up from their lows and they stay in a channel. As you saw in the prior video and the rights offering video with Cornerstone, they fall. They definitely fall, and they go up and down in a channel, as you can see. It's generally a channel they run in here, and you simply use the rights offerings as an opportunity. You use it to your advantage to buy these funds lower when they're trading sideways. So here, as you can see, they have their rights offerings here and here. They drop the stock. The fund, whatever, same thing. In this case for Cornerstone, they drop the fund significantly. They're classified as a stock by E-Trade, but they are a fund, a closed-end fund. And so you have to be aware of that. But anyway, back to the margin rate. You use these accounts, these brokerage accounts, to get ahead in life by using your margin, your purchasing power here, to invest in dividend-paying names such as Cornerstone, CLM, CRF, as you see above, and use, my account's 360, but I have 400 invested in these 2 funds, which pay those attractive dividends that you saw, $2,700 a month and 26 respectively, so about 5,000. And they pay back this margin. At the end of the year, this margin will be cut in half from 230 to 130, and my account will grow from 360 to 460. And so that's how you really grow and get ahead, using margin. But be aware of the rates Be aware of the thresholds, which, some people need 2,000, some people need 25,000 for you to get the 4 times. E-Trade needs 25,000 for 4 times. Webull needs only 2,000 for the 4 times, as we just showed you. But Webull might not have the tools, Interactive Brokers, as I just discussed earlier, doesn't have the drip program that you get with Cornerstone. See these shares here, these drip shares, 22%. That's from a dividend reinvested at $6.49, which the stock never hit. So you're getting an instant profit on these drip shares that you could sell, but I don't want to sell because I'll lose the income. And I made a video on that, on the Tesla video, that said, why am I not taking this 50% gain in Tesla? And you'll see that I didn't want to lose the premiums. And we had other funds that were at 50% in, but we didn't want to lose the income. You sell, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with the cash? Where are you going to go? You're losing to inflation. You have to stay invested at all times. So I stay invested in Cornerstone. I don't sell those special drip shares that they give you an instant profit on. And I just continue to make that monthly income, which then pays down this margin. But look into the thresholds of what it takes to get the 4 times power. Look at your interest rates. Keep that in mind, and look into Dan Pena's videos on negotiating your margin rates down. So anyway, if you want to see any more videos, click like and subscribe, and stay tuned for further updates. Thank you.